The Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 gameplay trailer has come out, along with the blog post dropping a bulk load of information about the content coming in this fall's Modern Warfare 2. This is how you do an announcement. Take notes, EA and DICE. So there's so much information to go through. Single player, multiplayer, Warzone 2.0, even Warzone for mobile that's dropped all in this one big blog post that I'm gonna have to do this video standing up. So first, the gameplay trailer looked great. You could definitely see some graphical improvements as you would expect. Whenever Call of Duty has the Infinity Ward name in the beginning of it, I usually feel better about it. Treyarch is nice. They have some good story-based COD games. Sledgehammer, so far Vanguard was better than Cold War. But when it's Infinity Ward, the expectations are high. Usually that's when you get the best graphical improvements. Usually that's when you get the best gameplay and you get a good story out of it. And of course we get Captain Price when we're talking about Modern Warfare. We've been in a drought of good shooters, so also got to chill for a little bit and just kind of sit back and wait to see what happens. But the desire is there, and that's why the expectations are so high for this Call of Duty. First, let's talk about the campaign. We know that Task Force 141 is back. There was a big emphasis before the premiere went live for the trailer. There was a poll put out asking what's the most important aspect in Call of Duty. And the two options were team or team. When I voted, 89% of people voted for the first team. Anyway, so big emphasis on team. I don't know if we're gonna get Mara back. So Alex Cedra, who is the actress who is the physical representation of Mara on TikTok, had to actually post about how there was a tweet that she got that Mara is back or part of the team in Modern Warfare 2. She was an operator that came out in season 2 of Modern Warfare 2019, but never actually had like a story role. So then when I went back to that TikTok to show for this video, that TikTok was taken down, or maybe it was a story and you can't really look back at stories. I don't know. So I just thought that little bit was interesting, but definitely the whole crew is back. So it's the sequel, the direct sequel to the reboot of Modern Warfare from 2019. It's basically building off of that engine from Modern Warfare 2019. It's a nice engine. The gameplay feels good on it. Overall, it feels good to move around in. So I'm glad to see that this engine is still being used, but this is the new and improved version of it. Couple things to highlight. Modern Warfare 2 is going to be releasing on October 28th. So we have a release date already, pretty much similar to about Modern Warfare 2019's. The new Warzone 2.0 is going to be coming out after. It's not going to launch at the same time, but it should be coming out this calendar year. So sometime between October 28th and definitely before Christmas, maybe even by Thanksgiving, we'll have Warzone 2.0 out. There's a mobile Warzone that's expected to come out. It is in development. They didn't really tease any kind of release date on that, but I think that would be also interesting to see. We've seen some battle royales become successful that have gone mobile. They did mention there's one unified engine in the franchise, across the franchise, beginning with Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone. I'm not sure what they mean by that, because I think Warzone and Modern Warfare 2019 were also using the same engine anyway, but so this would only make the most sense. But maybe what they're talking about is for future CODs, which once again, something to note with this one is that this is going to be the last COD that is released on an annual calendar. There is no COD scheduled for 2023. So while a lot of people might be complaining about the $10 price tag increase because it's a $69.99 game instead of a $59.99 game in US dollars, I think it's important to note too that the life cycle for this game for content is probably going to be a little bit extended because there is no COD coming out next year. So we're basically getting an extra year of content. We've already been getting a lot of content in Call of Duty. I don't think the price is unjustified for the content that we've been getting already out of every year's COD. To each his own. Either you're going to get it or you're not. New Ricochet anti-cheat will be in the game for Modern Warfare 2 on launch day. And also, Call of Duty is back on Steam. Yeah, so you can actually buy this Call of Duty on Steam in addition to Battle.net for PC players. And there is one little tiny note about that too, which we'll get to later on when we talk about how you buy and pre-order Modern Warfare 2. So The campaign is Task Force 141. They're marketing it like they're facing their greatest threat yet, because of course it's always that with the story. But the same characters coming back. There does seem to be a little bit of an emphasis with some water combat. Something to note about movement from various reports is that the sliding mechanic will be back, which we've seen in Vanguard and we've seen in Modern Warfare 2019. The diving mechanic from World War II, like prone diving or dolphin diving, like that should be in Modern Warfare 2. There's also a new ledge mechanic to hang off of a ledge and also pull yourself up from a ledge. We've seen like the little half steps in Call of Duty already, but this sounds a little bit different, like you're using it to reach even higher to pull yourself up. Also, so this was the one that really caught me. There's an underwater movement mechanic, and I wonder how that's going to have an impact for multiplayer, if they're really going to design their maps that way. But it seems like for underwater, you'll be able to use your pistol, not your primary, and you won't be able to ADS. But then once you're above water, just swimming, then you can use all your weapons like normal. Just interesting. It's something that I think would be a neat feature of some maps, but I don't know how heavily we'd be relying on that. Multiplayer, next generation. So, you know about the gunsmith. There's supposed to be more customization than we have ever had before in a COD. You already know now how Vanguard works, that there's 10 attachments on there. Also Cold War introduced more attachments. There's also a lot of camos. We've been doing the gold grind live on stream. So like, I wonder how much more they're talking about when it comes to customization. They're saying that there's gonna be more customization in Modern Warfare 2 than we've ever had before. The post-release calendar is apparently already filled with content, so that sounds like they basically already have the battle pass system planned out, which is pretty much expected right now for a COD. On a technical level, Modern Warfare 2 also has a physical based material system. This material system basically tells the engine how these objects in games should react, whether they also have like their own special sounds or how they should react for like bullet penetration, for example. But something that I thought was pretty cool was they're using photogrammetry, which is something that you might have seen if you have done like Microsoft Flight Simulator. All the real world objects that are in Flight Simulator are done through photogrammetry, and it's also a big feature for like Unreal Engine where you can input objects using photogrammetry so that it looks as realistic as possible. So the gameplay trailer looked so impressive, and this seems to be a piece into how it looked as good as it is. There's a new hybrid tile-based streaming system that's probably more beneficial for Warzone. A new PBR decal rendering system, world volumetric lighting, 4K HDR, a GPU geometry pipeline that's brand new. But yeah, it's definitely going to be impressive on a technical level as well. Also, Warzone 2.0, they're saying it's being led by Infinity Ward along with Raven Software. We know Raven Software has pretty much been behind Warzone this whole time, but Infinity Ward will be leading the charge on this one. It's the same free-to-play style, and it's going to feature the same technology that's in Modern Warfare 2. So we expect a battle royale that looks better, that's up to the same quality that we saw from the gameplay trailer. So more information will be coming out about Warzone 2.0 soon. So let's talk about the pre-order, because that is going to vary depending on what system you're getting it on. So if you pre-order for PlayStation 4, you will get an included cross-gen upgrade to the PlayStation 5 version. If you get it on PlayStation 5, you will not get the PlayStation 4 version. If you get it on Xbox One or Xbox Series X or Series S, it doesn't matter if it's the lower version or the higher version, you'll be able to get the cross-gen for either up or downgrade. Of course, on PC, you can get it on either battle.net or Steam. Every pre-order will get access to the open beta that will last at least 2 days. It doesn't matter what system you get it on or where you pre-order it from. Everyone who pre-orders will get access to the open beta whenever that happens. That's the standard version. The Vault Edition is the higher end tier version, and the Vault Edition has included with it the Ghost Legacy Pack. That seems to be something that's exclusive for PlayStation. The Red Team 141 Operator Pack. Of course, that's for multiplayer. The FJX Cinder Weapon Vault. The Battle Pass plus 50 tier skips. So traditionally, and assuming this continues the same trend, the Battle Pass is 100 tiers. So if you have the Vault Edition, you'll basically be able to skip half of it. And then in addition, there's an IGS bonus of 10 hours double XP, 10 hours double weapon XP that's included in the Vault Edition. However, one thing I read in the fine print is that the 10 hours double XP and 10 hours double weapon XP is not included with the Steam pre-order. So it seems to be maybe a little bit something that they've thrown in there to nudge you to buying the Vault Edition on battle.net. But all consoles and the battle.net version on PC will get the 10 hours double XP and 10 hours double weapon XP for the Vault Edition. There's also the physical versions. You buy the disc copy of Modern Warfare 2, and it will include the Call of Duty Endowment Edition, or code, which we've seen endowment pretty much in all the previous CODs. And it's just basic, an extra skin, and I believe it also has an extra weapon blueprint in there. Of course, there's more information to come. Again, we haven't heard about that DMZ mode yet, other than that we know that it somewhat exists in Modern Warfare 2, but we just haven't heard anything about that specifically. There's going to be more details. The game doesn't come out till October, but this is all the information that's available right now. It's got me a little bit hyped. The shooter space has been barren when it comes to good shooters since 2019, and we're just desperate to find a good shooter right now, and this could be it. We've also said that about Battlefield 2042. Let's look at this with excitement, but maybe wait until we actually see a little bit more. We're actually supposed to get some more gameplay information today and footage as well. That might give us a little bit more confidence about what is coming out. In the meantime, until we can get our hands on Modern Warfare 2, maybe you want to check out the stream live on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern, and Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we've been playing Call of Duty Vanguard, doing the gold grind on our way to get Diamond and Atomic eventually for the weapon packs. My kind of short review of it has been that after the Season 3 updates, it's starting to feel a little bit closer to Modern Warfare 2019. Still not quite there, but it's a nice filler for... You've basically done everything you can in Modern Warfare 2019, and you're waiting for Modern Warfare 2, and you don't mind the World War II setting. I never really, minded it. Just wanted a good shooter. Vanguard is actually a pretty solid shooter and a solid COD shooter. Yeah, we've been playing that on stream. Come check it out. And also right here on YouTube, we have the Twitch replays for those streams. All right, thanks everybody. Catch you in the next video.